Okay,
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna kill him. Wait, why was that door unlocked right here? I don't remember. That's whose house that is. Even so, let's just keep going. Hello. Bye bye. Okay. Oh wait, we're gonna have to go back down those stairs and then turn to the right. I thought there'd be another entrance. Of course I'm getting shot. Come down here if you want to deal with me. Who are these people?
Sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore.
We already created a vampire, though.
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
Yep.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think.
Well, you
But
didn't
the
even know.
important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Yes, you said that multiple times now. Personal question. Who are you waiting for?
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event?
Impulse.
An impulse?
Something will happen pretty soon here. Pretty sure.
Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you?
Yeah, literally.
That you're not in your place?
Yeah.
That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope,
True.
Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I would appreciate some sunshine.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Good. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Your life in London.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Wait, what? You just said that your brother just said that he wanted to leave, now you're saying you want to leave? Leave!
Can you tell me anything about this?
Honestly.
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
Wait, didn't he tell his brother?
No, I don't. I don't recognize it anymore. Or perhaps I just don't like it anymore, now that I've seen its true face.
I don't recognize it either. Or at least what it's become. Hate, violence, social disparity. And I am not talking about the criminality these days.
Agreed,
And
though.
what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
What's your job before
But
that?
what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want
Wait,
to leave London.
I'm still confused why they haven't left London yet.
Don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to
But he
leave
said that
London
he-
because I know we need
so
to
fucking
find another
confused.
life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He has always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Okay,
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but
Is
my
it us?
brother convinced me to stay a while longer. And
confused.
here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
oh.
Do you need my...
Off.
I just need...
Goodbye, Mr.
Speak to his brother again because we found another
Hello
secret. Personal questions. Never mind. I mean, we did find a secret, but
Good...
nothing for that.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Oh, fuck off, Charles. I already hate you. You're on my own.
I'm here on my own, sir. I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. The difference is, to catch my suspects, I use a magnifying glass and handcuffs instead of a microscope.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with a civilian, sir.
Haven't I told you about
think
the
I can figure it
investigation?
out more than you can.
Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose. using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Who's your Alfie? Who's Fergal?
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bansha.
Of course it does. Fergal Bansha, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
What are you really doing here?
I use that as an
told you.
excuse because I didn't want to.
I'm a detective inspector from
It doesn't
Scotland
matter
Yard,
because we can't go back through it. But
investigating suspicious cases in the area.
I didn't know if we were supposed to report that guy, the other dude. I don't even know who the other dude is. I don't remember.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
But the situation in the East End.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Okay.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Since you already rescued Miss Teasdale, I only have one case left.
Wait, how did you know?
Possible abduction of Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Mr. Kimura.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman who has been missing for a few days. He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
Where was he last seen?
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
You found nothing.
Do you need medical attention, Inspector?
I'm fine, thank you, Dr. Reed.
Let's ask about Dr.
Do you know anything in
Aloysius.
particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Probably has multiple times.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Most likely, because I think
Doctor...
wrong button.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. What happened to London that I knew?
Let's open the safe house and loot it. Oh my, bro. No one really was trying to wait, actually. There we go. I guess not. 140 damage. What do we have? Don't even know. Great. Wish you could do both. I feel like it should allow you to do both, to tell you the truth. But you can't, unfortunately. wrong button. I meant to click the map and then go to... Huh. I thought... Never mind, I thought, like, we would have the, whatchamacallit area available, or not the area, fuck, the mission from the detective, but we didn't. I don't actually understand why at all. Actually, let's just fully heal now. Let's just get to full health. There. I don't know if this is 1500, so we can't do that yet. Oh, that's a 2000. Jeez. It doesn't say. Just do the damage, I guess. $600. We have 500. There's one thing we have that can. Is this? No. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, I didn't mean to cancel. Okay. Wait, she... Understand the prices and stocks and merchandise have changed. Cool. Weird. Wait, did I go down? Or did I go up? Okay, it went up, I think. So I don't know who this one person is, by the way. Jesus, these guys are all sick. Fatigue, cold, fatigue. Where's the fatigue? There's like 2 fatigues. 3 fatigue. So many fatigues, but we don't have anything for migraine, so it's like if I wanted to go do that, I can't really do that because they don't give us the right shit yet, and that part does annoy me a lot that we don't have it, but it's fine.
I cannot enter.
Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
It's locked.
Who's this?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
Actually, other than our sister, we haven't really done a lot.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside.
Other than the people that attack us, but
when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Yeah. Still wondering who it is.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Fuck it.
Here is the money.
The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to
150
fall
for
in
this.
love.
Oh.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan.
Perhaps tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St.
I'm pretty sure
Paul's
you're not a
Stole.
vampire.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
They're
If you ever
stupid than
find
him,
it,
no.
I'd be glad to have it back, of course.
Yes.
I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan.
Would
Some
you now?
secrets are not
Actually,
meant to
you
be
would.
revealed, even to immortals.
How long have you been a primate?
For how long have you been a
Primate.
primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Okay. Cool to know.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more
Delicate
delicate to read, Doctor.
but I can try.
But I can try.
Alright,
All
speak.
right. Let me hear it.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
I would rather...
Old blood. You want-
How do...
I took
Is it...
the vamp.
Okay, I don't know why that was still...
May I ask...
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
Rivalry with the guard.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
I feel like if we read his
How did
journal,
you learn about Mary?
it will...
And spare me the
Tell us
hocus-pocus
about-
parlor tricks. The truth,
Like
now.
Swansea told me.
I don't know.
Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
She could have survived as a vampire. If only she had given me a chance to explain.
She could have, though.
If only I could have found the words.
Not all vampires accept their new condition. Since suicide is impossible, you have to find a way to get someone else to relieve the pain.
I could have saved her.
No, Jonathan.
Okay, back. One more thing, right? No.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions.
Is that a good thing?
With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts. Readings which blackened his heart.
Okay, bye.
I rarely...
Wait, actually, one more thing.
Good evening.
Do you...
Okay.
Goodbye.
I rarely...
If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like and sub button. Everybody on stream, I'm gonna be ending this stream, so everybody have a good night. I'm gonna read somebody real quick, but like I said, good night and peace out, and yeah.